Hello, we are Team 7, and our project is a decentralized autonomous organization for vehicle sharing. So we started by defining the problem. We saw that there's a huge problem with parking and congestion in cities. Besides that, cars are parked 95% of the time. This means that's a huge cost of ownership of individual cars. Why? Because you pay the car, you pay the insurance, you pay the maintenance, you pay everything, and 95% of the time they are just parked. Besides that, there's a lack of a system to trust any person who may want to use your car while it's parked. And there's also a lack of mechanism for a fair and cheap pricing for usage. We saw this problem as an opportunity as well. So why not put parked cars in use by persons who need to move around? If someone needs to move around, they can just use your car in case that's parked. That's perfect. Why? Because it adds a source of revenue to you. So if you are at work and your car is parked and there's someone that needs to move around, they can just use your car while you are working and you are receiving money. We aim to reduce the number of cars on the street up to a factor of 10. Besides that, the lack of the system to trust any person who may want to use your car, and also the lack of the mechanism for fair and cheap pricing for usage are a huge opportunity for us because we can be the ones providing this system and this mechanism. So, the issues to resolve are the system to trust any person who may want to use your car, resolve the access to cars and tracking if non-autonomous vehicles, and also the mechanism for a fair and cheap pricing for usage. Our solution is then the decentralized autonomous organization, a blockchain-based mobility solution. So there's a peer-to-peer transaction between the car owner and the car user. So if I want to use your car, I can use it, and I just pay to you. It's a peer-to-peer transaction. It's going to be based in a permissioned blockchain to expedite transaction times. It will generate income to the vehicle owner, as I said. While you are at work and your car is parked, someone can use it and you are generating income. And we are also going to provide cheaper prices. It's going to be cheaper than Uber, Lyft, and the taxi. So our proposal is then a decentralized autonomous organization for vehicle sharing, implemented on a permission-based blockchain. Our business model, we pretend that in blockchain create an organization with the team members as initial owners. This ownership can be expanded by addition if you add the car to the network. There's then the initial launch with the DAO owned vehicles. So we will provide in the first stage the vehicles, and then people can start to add their vehicles to the network and remove them in case they are not satisfied with the service. There's then, because of that, a dynamic ownership of the DAO based on percentage of owned car time used by the network. If you remove your car, you lose the ownership. Rides are hailed through an app by authorized and verified members of the network. So they're going to be verified on the blockchain, and this can be done just using online identity. Rides are paid by fiat currency, equivalent tokens with cost calculated per actual use. Members are verified before being added to the network with the online identity. This verification goes then to the digital ID solutions. We're gonna outsource this. We're gonna partner with a company that can provide us this online identity solution. Ownership in the DAO through contribution of vehicles or investment in the DAO if you purchase the token through a smart contract. There's a linkage of payment method and fiat currency. In partnership like uTrust, you can use uTrust because if you want the settlement in dollars, the user can pay in dollars, euro, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, in any currency, and the trust does the exchange in real time, so we will receive always a settlement in dollars. Addition of conventional vehicle through installation of tracking and access solutions to the vehicle. Peer-to-peer transactions for vehicle usage governed by the smart contracts, tracking of vehicles and usage registered on the blockchain, and drivers' records are updated in real time. There's a connection to cities and police, so if there's a need to see who is using the car or who was using the car at that time, you can see that on the blockchain. So our customers are going to be metropolitan area dealers, residents and visitors, owners of cars within area of service with lots of parked car time. Customers are also members of the network and potential DAO owners. As for resources, our own pool of vehicles. As I said, on the first stage, we're going to provide the vehicles, the blockchain smart contract based mobility solution, and some legal and development experts hired based on the DAO rules. As for activities, development and the maintenance of the blockchain, partnership building, increasing network size and vehicle pool. This can be done through incentives, so people can start adding their cars to the network, the vehicle pool management, and installation of tracking and access solution to vehicles. Our cost structure in terms of operation costs are going to be the network maintenance costs, the vehicle maintenance and the fleet renewal, some litigation in case of accidents and bugs to the system, so the legal stuff, cost of recruiting additional participants to the network. But the thing is that our project is scalable. It can be scalable, right? So if we scale, the larger the network, the less the cost per ride. In terms of revenue streams, the ride fees on DAO owned vehicles. So if people who use our vehicles, we receive the price of the ride, and a small fee from the peer-to-peer transaction on privately owned cars. So if someone uses your car, we are gonna receive a small fee. For key partnerships, vehicle manufacturers for rapid and efficient deployment of vehicles, maintenance and upgrade, insurance companies, large cities to allow the system to run using their infrastructure and connect to key information system, digital identity solution providers, Ethereum, or you can use Hyperledger for smart contract blockchain platform, and financial institutions for fiat currency interface like you trust, as I said. As for the timeline, on the first 1 year for development of smart contracts, establishing initial partnerships and agreement with the first cities, and on the second year, launch in Shanghai, Paris, São Paulo, Sydney and New York. This is the references we used for the project. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it.